So why bother speaking to women? Well, we've been wounded and it's easy to shut ourselves off from the world and to avoid further rejection or dismissal of our value. It's kind of normal after we're trying to pick ourselves back up again. And it's time to take the first baby steps, becoming a human again and realize people are not all bad. All right, so first of all, it's about attitude, all right? Just talk to everyone and anyone, whether it's the cleaner or an old woman at the bus stop. Just practice letting go of this connection that it's got to be important. It's just like, how you doing? All right. Oh yeah, it's raining. Anything, all right? Just start a conversation with anybody and you'll realize that it's just words. It doesn't matter. Your life is more important, and you're moving on with your life, and you're just taking a moment to chat to somebody. There's no pressure, nothing connected to it. It's just a chat. Whether you're talking to the woman at the counter when you're buying your groceries, oh, that's a lovely, I don't know, jewelry. Often they've got something on their wrist. Something from jewelry or whatever. So just having a conversation, maybe starting with some compliments, maybe talking about the weather, anything. Just get into the habit of talking to everybody and anybody. All right? Be interesting by listening to them. Allow them to tell you about their bracelet or whatever it is. All right? And then minimize any foul or negative language you have. It's very easy to say, oh, F this, F that, blah, 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 and be angry. You don't want that to be part of your vernacular, part of your narrative. You don't want to come across as that angry person because people won't want to be around you. All right. So be positive and be respectful to everyone. Like I said, it doesn't matter if it's the cleaner or the woman at the counter that's just serving you. You still need to be respectful to everybody. All right? And then start finding interesting topics. Whether it's something about in the news, whether it's something about the shop that you're in, or just something that you fancy talking about that you might hope the other person will connect with you about. Maybe you could say, oh, I just saw a jaguar, a really beautiful jaguar outside. And that could be a conversation. Something so simple and easy as that. Okay, next. Now we're going to fettle the approach. And what I mean by fettle, I mean like fine-tune the approach. All right? So start making it a bit personal. If you give a compliment, give them a compliment, not just a generic compliment. Say, "Oh, your scarf is really pretty. It complements your handbag, or your nails. Oh, are they American style nails or French style nails? Are they gel infills? Be a little bit interested. Be a little bit personal. And like I said before, there's no pressure. If somebody just goes, ugh, whatever, fine. Don't worry about it. All right? It's just a throwaway comment. You're just practicing having these comments. Maybe building 2 or 3 comments. Oh, yeah. I see your handbag is, what? Is that Yves Saint Laurent? Did you buy that in the sale? A lot of people like to be able to express how much they saved on buying an expensive item. And don't use negs. All right, negs are negative comments towards other people to try and put them on the back foot or try and make them feel bad. So don't use negs. Recognize the difference between dragging it out and just a breeze and a flow. If the other person is not giving you any eye contact or giving you any signs that they're interested or willing to spend a couple seconds, reciprocating a conversation, even a sentence, then don't worry about it. Just let it go, move on. All right, life's too short. Just move on. And then notice reciprocity. I can't even say it. So if you see the other person, whether it's a man or a woman or elderly person, whether you see they're making an effort to engage with you as well and ask you questions, then that seems to be a positive and a yes for you to continue having a conversation. Maybe think of another question or another statement. It doesn't really matter, you know. And that's also sometimes a good thing, is ask a question about you. Oh, I just bought this jacket. Do you like it? Is it nice? Anything like that. It's just about building confidence, of having conversations, having a discussion, just building up and letting things go. It's no big deal. Some people practice just giving people compliments. Every person. Somebody might practice, all right, today I'm going to give 5 compliments to strangers and just keep walking. Oh, I like your hair. It looks really nice. As an example. And some people do that as an exercise to get them used to talking and noticing and observing things about other people. And then you offer the olive branch when you stop and listen. If they're willing to discuss something that you've mentioned, and you stand there and listen, and then they ask you something, that's the olive branch to take the conversation further. All right. Now we talk about rejection. Accepting rejection's gonna happen. You got to remember that you don't know what's happening in that person's life. They could be having a real bad day. They might have just had bad news about a family member. You don't know what's happened, so don't get upset or fed up or disgruntled or jaded and angry just because 3 women were grumpy or moody or didn't converse with you, all right? Let it go. Rejection is normal. I've seen a video of a man in a city centre handing out £5 and £10 notes, and people won't take it. The man's giving out money, free money. There you go. Take this £10 note. And they wouldn't take it. So rejection is not personal. You don't know what's going on in that person's life. So get to grips with rejection. It's normal. It's fine. It's no big deal. And then the next thing to think about is it's a game of numbers. So the person that never wins the lottery is the person that's never participated. Now, that's maybe not a great example because the odds of winning the lottery are extremely, really, really low. Extremely low. But your chances of making a conversation and meeting people just as a friend, all right? So if you have that attitude of, oh, well, maybe this person will be a friend, they look interesting, they sound fun, they've got a little bit of time, then that's brilliant, all right? But it's a numbers game. You have to put in the legwork, and you have to talk to lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of people. And then some of them will become your friend, some of them you might never ever speak to again or see again, and some of them might go on to even more. So it's a bit like, I guess, like a sales technique, cold calling. You might have to ring up 100 people, but out of that 100 people, 10 people will give you a conversation, and 5 people might even become your friend. And then out of that 5 people, maybe 1 person you go on a date with. Maybe you'll take it further. So it's a game of numbers. Just bear that in mind. And then lastly, don't get obsessed by it. All right? You're still living your life, having your fun, living your dream, doing what you want to do. And this is just part of your daily practice or your daily habit or your weekly habit to connect and engage with people. Not just because you're looking for another partner or another person, but because you're a happy, positive human being that wants to connect with society. And if you make a friend, brilliant. If you make a date, even better. But it's only a small fraction of your life, of your daily habit. All right, so don't get hung up on it. All right, moving on to the next stage. So we've got 4 key parts here. Why talk to women? Like I said, it's about making steps forward, getting out and about and being a more positive person. The second part is just having that attitude of talking to everybody and being respectful and just, moving forward. And then the third part is making it fettling, fine-tuning your approach, being more interactive, more personal, listening, active listening. And now the fourth part is learning. Learn what women like, what women are interested in. Sun Tzu once said, know your enemy. Now, I'm not saying women are your enemy, but it's worth knowing what things interest women. Otherwise, you're limiting your options for connecting with somebody. I mentioned just now about, fingernails, the French style fingernails, and it costs like £25 in other places more. And then women have infills. And they like to talk about it because they're making an effort, whether it's for them, whether it's for somebody else, but they're making an effort to making themselves look as good as they can. So making an effort to learn what women like and what women do makes you stand out from the rest of the crowd. Similarly, active listening, which I mentioned earlier, like summarizing what they said and then learning to empathize, not sympathize, empathize. So when you're empathizing, you go, okay, yeah, I understand, yeah. I've not been through that myself, but I can imagine that would be quite upsetting. That's quite a difficult situation. So that would be empathizing, whereas sympathizing would be being on their side and hating or disrespecting the thing that they're unhappy about. All right. Also, with the learning, and this fourth part is about learning about similarities between you and another person. It doesn't have to be 100%. They actually say, studies say that 40% is the ideal amount of compatibility, because you want to keep some of your own identity and your own roots and your own person. And so 40% apparently is the right amount for perfect compatibility. And then with that, like if you start dating or you want to start dating and spending some time with another person, remember to communicate your boundaries. All right. So one of your boundaries might be that you can't stand talking about exes, previous partners. And, that's something that you can state gently and restate it again gently. All right. You don't want to be that bloke that says, oh, he had a right old asshole with his last wife and now he's this and now he's that and he's really angry and You don't want to be that person. You want to be open-minded. You want to be mature. You want to be sensitive that people have different experiences. So it's not all the same. All right. And then the last thing is fun. Life is too short, so you need to make it fun. That's why we have a little bit of banter, a little bit of teasing, just to test the boundaries of risque. That implies that you are interested in this person, but also you want to be sensitive and appropriate, not to offend them or push them off or say something too aggressive too early on that might scare them away. So you're not going to say, oh yeah, I want to have 5 more children and I want to move to Scotland or anything crazy like that. All right, but have fun. Life is short. You got to have fun. You got to relax. Just take it with the flow. So like I said, the 4 things: the why, the attitude, the failure approach, and learn about what other people are interested in, what other people makes them tick. That will be a brilliant way to move forward with speaking to women again. All right, that's just my steps. That's just what I choose and the way I look at it. Let me know about your thoughts. How have you approached this kind of thing in the past? Talking to other people. Let me know what you think. Oh, and have a little look at the bees in the background. It's quite nice being out in nature again. All right, that's it for this video. I love you guys. See you in the next one. Bye-bye for now. Welcome back. Yes, I'm standing on a hill. The background's a bit down. I'm standing on quite a steep hill. I'm just outside Bristol Airport, actually. So I've had to stop the video a couple of times because of aeroplanes are going across and upsetting my recording on my video. How dare they? How selfish. All right. No, so I've been getting out and about a bit more. Nothing too exciting. Enjoying the countryside. Just really getting into the rhythm of things and starting to prepare for winter. I've been and bought a load of logs recently and some firelighters. And I've also got out my big quilt for my bed, because the temperature is starting to drop now. Like I said, I'm getting out and about. I'm connecting with a few more people. I'm just enjoying having a bit of money back in my pocket because I got to build up my savings, and I want to put some money and invest into the other channel I've got for people learning English. And I'm making plans for the holidays. I got some holidays coming up, and then Christmas is just around the corner. So yeah. All in all, things are looking good. Things are going along as normal. Um, and I'm looking at an apiary, lots of bees, getting connected with nature. I'm looking at actually going up to South Wales and climb a few mountains up there. If you've got any good recommendations of mountains to climb, then I'm taking orders now. I'm taking orders for some of the best mountains to climb. Yeah, that's where I am right now. All right. If there's anything else you want to share, anything else you want me to talk about next time, then please let me know. Say something in the comments below. And please, come on, like and subscribe. Help me out here. All right? I'm building up these videos. I'm going through a lot of this myself that you can understand and you can tell. And I'm hoping I can bring you along the journey with me and see and feel some of my ups and downs, and how I'm growing and healing at the same time. So right now in this video, talking about transparency and being honest, it's been about a year now. October this time last year, I separated from my wife. It wasn't easy, but I mean we both wanted the same thing. We don't have any animosity towards each other. It was a mutual decision. But there was a lot of sadness because of all the adventures we've had together, all the excitement and fun and the ups and the downs together. It'd been amazing. I've not really said anything about the ex, but she was a great woman. She got a lot of great qualities, and there's kind of like a kinship of a good connection. We separated a couple of years back at the beginning of COVID, and we still got on really well, like brother and sister. And so we both agreed that when we've licked our wounds, that we'll be friends again, and probably hang out and do some stuff and talk about some of the wild and crazy and stupid things we've done in the past. We've done a few of those. So it's healthy. Now, I say it's healthy, but ironically, sometimes I wish it wasn't, because it kind of makes it harder. You know, like how if somebody dies, you get a lot of sympathy and there was nothing you could do about it. It was just natural. But of course, I don't want nobody to die. That's a terrible thing to say. I'm not asking anybody to die. But that would be a natural end. Although a very difficult, hard breakup. And it's the same as if somebody goes off and has an affair. You can hate that person, and that can help you, that anger and disgust can help you move forward and cut that person off, because you've got good reason to move forward and dislike them, and so you move. But when you still like that person as a friend, and you still respect that person as another human being, then sometimes you're banging your head against the wall saying, have I made the right decision? Have I made the right decision? Should I have done this? Now, don't get me wrong. Although we both mutually wanted to break up, I was the one that instigated it. Well, I say I was. I don't know how much she pulled herself away from the relationship. But either way, we both wanted different paths for the future. I wanted more adventure, and that comes with ups and downs. And she wanted a bit more stability and build relationships with her family and in a different location. So we're both happy with the places that we're going. We have spoken a couple of times. We both respect one another. And we're both healing, but also happy and enjoying the history we've had. There was nothing negative or bad about our history. You know, it's just about where we are now. So that's brilliant that I am not as deeply cut as I could have been, but also it's still taken me a year, one whole year, to get thus far and think about dating and wanting to meet women again. So maybe that's a bit overshare. Maybe I've shared too much. I don't know. But I'm feeling great. I'm building up my business, trying to build up savings, and just trying to heal and better myself and grow emotionally and physically and all these different ways. So if you've got any stories or comments that you think maybe might help me, let me know in the comments. And in return, please like and subscribe to this video. All right, that's it for me. Thank you very much for sticking with me this far, all the way to the end of the video. I really appreciate you. Thank you very, very much. And hopefully we'll get to speak soon. All right, see you in the next video. Bye-bye for now.